What is poppin', y'all? It's your man Cloudboy Bales, and welcome to another episode of Wisco Sports Weekly Wednesday predictions, all the way to Week 10 already. We're already into the double digits. That's just crazy. But it's gonna be a wild next 2 months. November football, and then we got December football, and then we got playoffs. It's gonna be wild, that's for sure. Anyways, if you like what you see, subscribe below, comment with your thoughts. Let's get down to business. The teams on bye this week are the Cleveland Browns, Green Bay Packers, Las Vegas Raiders, and Seattle Seahawks. All right, anyways, let's get on with it. Thursday Night Football, Cincinnati Bengals at Baltimore Ravens. The first time these two teams faced off earlier in the year, it was a game for the ages. I feel like we're going to see the same thing again. But this time, with it being in Baltimore, I think Baltimore really is going to take up. I think Baltimore is going to start winning a lot more games. I think they're really they're really dominant, and I think Lamar Jackson truly should be the MVP this year again. I'm taking the Baltimore Ravens to defeat the Cincinnati Bengals. Going on to Sunday, New York Giants at Carolina Panthers in Munich, Germany. The worst thing we've done to Germany since World War II. Two of the most garbage teams facing off. I guess if I had to pick the team that's less garbage than the other, I'll say the New York Giants have at least made things a little bit better. They have at least competed in all their games, despite losing a lot of heartbreaking games. I think the New York Giants should beat the Carolina Panthers. Next up, New England Patriots at Chicago Bears. It's kind of unfortunate that Chicago literally gets the easy team, but I guess we're just going to have to live with that. Chicago should win this game. If they don't, then there's going to be a lot of problems. I'll take the Bears. Next up, Buffalo Bills at Indianapolis Colts. The Buffalo Bills going on. Josh Allen, I think, would be the runner-up for MVP right now, but Buffalo's looking real dominant. They have a lot of different receivers to throw to. It's going to be great. Indianapolis now is sticking with Joe Flacco at quarterback. Between the two, I think the Colts are kind of not. I feel like this is a game Buffalo should walk into and win. Next up, Denver Broncos at Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City almost lost last week to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It was a very close game 2 days ago. But in the very end, Kansas City was able to squeak out the overtime victory. And I think Kansas City will remain undefeated against the Denver Broncos. Next up, the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints finally fired Dennis Allen. It took them long enough. It took them long enough. Atlanta Falcons, but normally when the coach leaves, everyone's happy and they win. So in this case, even though I would rather pick Atlanta, it's a home game for New Orleans. I'm actually going to take the Saints. Weirdly enough, I don't know why, but I'm taking the Saints. Next up, San Francisco 49ers at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. San Francisco maybe getting Christian McCaffrey back, and that is huge news because they need him more than ever to really get a Super Bowl opportunity once again. The practice window has officially been opened. Between the two, San Francisco and Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay has battled in all their games. I think Baker Mayfield's really underrated. This whole team is really underrated. It's just they have a tough schedule. And between the two, I think San Francisco, I guess, is just going to edge out for another win. Tampa Bay can definitely battle, but I'm going to say San Fran wins. Next up, Pittsburgh Steelers at Washington Commanders. Washington, the biggest surprise. Jaden Daniels clearly is the favorite to win Rookie of the Year. I don't even think it's come close right now. But most importantly, Washington. The reason why is because Washington has one of the best records in all of football. This is two teams with really great records. Between the two, I feel like I'm going to actually go at Washington. I have no idea why, but I just feel Washington's going to win. I don't know why. And normally I'd say Pittsburgh, but I just feel like Washington will beat Pittsburgh. I don't know why. Next up, Minnesota Vikings at the Jacksonville Jaguars. I guess Minnesota's got another easy game right here. I guess it should be the Vikings that win this one. I don't know. I don't see it being a difficult task. Next up, Tennessee Titans at Los Angeles Chargers. I'm taking the team with the better defense. The Chargers defense is literally, I think, ranked number one in all categories. I don't know. They're right now at the top. Facing a Tennessee team that's absolutely terrible. Got to take the Chargers. All right, the big rivalry. Philadelphia Eagles at the Dallas Cowboys. How about that? Eagles, they're looking a lot better, but Dallas, on the other hand, it's not looking good for them. With already a losing record and losing Dak Prescott to a hamstring injury for who knows how long, that's going to be a huge issue. As of right now, despite this being a home game for Dallas, Dallas hasn't even won a home game yet this year. I have to take the Philadelphia Eagles. This has just been a rough season for Dallas, and I don't think it's going to get any better anytime soon. Next up, the New York Jets at the Arizona Cardinals. This is a really tough one. As much as I want to sit there and say, oh, I'm going to take the Jets because I always rock with the Green Bay Jets, I don't know about this one because every time I pick against Arizona, Arizona wins, but I think Arizona is a lot better than what people really anticipate right now. They are looking really good, actually. Despite that blowout, the last time they looked bad was that game against the Packers where they got blown out. Arizona's really they beat San Francisco the week before, and then they've really been coming through with some great victories. Between the two, I'm going to actually go with the Cardinals on this one. I think this is the loss that will wake New York up, and I think New York will win the rest of the way out. And then the Detroit Lions at the Houston Texans. Sunday Night Football. This would have been a great matchup, but Houston does not have any receivers, and it pretty much showed against the Jets. So with Detroit being a team that is looking so good right now, I don't see anybody losing to them. I have to pick the Detroit Lions. And then on Monday, Veterans Day, we have the Miami Dolphins at the Los Angeles Rams. And Miami, even though they got Tua back, they are still not winning those games that they should. But the Rams are now got their people back, and they're starting to look like the dominant team people thought they were. It's going to be a bloodbath in that division. I'll let y'all know that. But between the two, I'm going to go with the Rams. So if you like what you see, subscribe below, comment with your thoughts, and as always, we will see you next time.